experts have over the years stated that despite the global quest for cleaner energy, the demand for oil and natural gas will not be going away anytime soon. Several reports suggest that despite the growing adoption of renewable energy, oil and gas will still be needed for transportation and electricity generation for years to come. While developed countries move to decrease their demand for fossil fuels, African countries want to transition at their own pace.
We are not at the same level. Some started decades ago, and we are just on that journey. And again, if you look at the impact of the emissions, we are only contributing 3% compared to other clients. So why measure us in the same way? And to that extent, we've campaigned for financing, because today you will agree with me that oil and gas, oil in particular, is vilified in the financing world. Anybody taking FIDs on new oil projects will pay twice as much if you were doing a green or renewable project.
At the 2024 Abu Dhabi International Petroleum Exhibition and Conference, Nigeria is asking for more collaboration and transparency as players in the global energy industry move to phase out carbon emissions across the oil and gas value chain and achieve net zero by 2050.
Pushing for that support from the financing world has been Herculean. But I believe that we will continue to preach our message, to the financing world, and demonstrate that even with the investments in fossil fuels, we can work towards efficiencies to clean up and reduce the carbon emission rather than not do anything at all. For us in Africa, we are endowed with huge gas resources, especially in Nigeria. And you can only use what you have your competitive advantage in.
You have the Midstream Infrastructure Fund that's been set up. You have the Presidential CNG Limited and the Presidential CNG Initiative, which is appropriately funded. But the most important aspect for us is what NNPC is doing, but more importantly, what the private sector is doing.
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited says the country needs to tackle the twin problem of decarbonization and energy poverty in order to meet up with the rest of the world.
Nigeria still maintains that the quest to decarbonize is a gradual process and that the OGDC needs to provide a level playing field for all, especially developing countries. From Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates, Georgina Nkwezaika, Arise News.